grateful. Like, I'm grateful that it's taught me this much and like brought me this far. Cause there's so much stuff that I understand. Welcome to my channel. This video is gonna be about my BMT experience. You know what that stands for? Bone marrow transplant. Yeah, it's a 30-day treatment where you gotta, of course, it's in the hospital. Okay, the reason why I had to get a bone marrow transplant is because it was supposed to cure my CML leukemia, and it did right now. It did. And to get a bone marrow transplant, you need bone marrow from someone that's a match, and my only match was my brother. So yeah, he donated the bone marrow to me. It looked like regular blood. I might put a picture in there if I can find it. If not, then yeah. It just looks like you're getting a blood transfusion, really. But the side effects, boy, the side effects. That's the crazy part. Like, it wouldn't have been so bad if, like, I don't know, if I could talk to somebody that went through it before me, and like somebody that experienced it themselves before I went through it. Like, I wouldn't have been as nervous as I was. Like, I don't know. It's not really nervous. I don't know. I don't know the word for it. It's like hard. Admitted to the hospital on July 4th, 2018. I received the bone marrow from my brother on July 10th, 2018. So it wasn't too long ago. I had to get a PICC line, and I still got the scar. Still have the scar. Y'all see that? That's where the PICC line was, and it went all the way to up here. Yeah, that was a struggle. And first day I got to go home, I ripped the stitches out by stepping on the cord. Y'all, it's crazy. We went all the way to the hospital just for them to put a piece of tape on it. They was like, it's okay, it's not nothing bad. Those 6 days of chemotherapy, oh my god, they killed me, y'all. They really did. I ain't really do nothing but throw up all day. Like, I was so nauseated every night. Like, I rarely got sleep because every time I would lift my head, like, I'll get nauseous because, I don't know, that's just how strong the chemo was. And 6 days of it, so every night. That's 6 nights of misery. But I guess it was all worth it in the end. This video really wasn't like just about my bone marrow transplant. It's really like me venting. Like, I don't know, like, half the stuff that I talked about on here, I should have talked about it. Like, I'm not saying that I shouldn't have talked about it, but it wasn't planned. It just came out. Because once you get to talking, like, stuff just start coming out, you know? You just start venting, letting all your little emotions. I got my PICC line removed on October 18th, 2018. I think that was the happiest day ever. Because with that PICC line, you can't take a bath. You gotta take a shower. And you gotta wear this little patch over it, like, to cover it every time you get in there. Like, it was just doing too much. And it was uncomfortable to sleep. Like, it was just, no. But the PICC line, I had medicine to take home with me. Like, it was liquid. They had to float through here for 24 hours. So I had to be hooked up to that all day for 7 days. And that, you know, no. Like, shouldn't nobody have to go through that. Like, no, it's torture, really. Some side effects that came from the transplant. Y'all, when I got out the hospital, my face was like, it was so fat. I'm gonna insert a picture. I don't know, I might insert it, I might not. I really don't like the picture. But yeah, like, my face was so bloated. Like, it's funny because I was losing weight, but my face was so chubby. Like, I look so different now. And from 3 months ago. But I've had mood changes. Yeah, like, really bad mood changes, like anger to deal with on my own, really. I don't know. Everybody else noticed it. I didn't notice it until, like, it was all over, really. I don't know. I didn't really notice it until it was over. Everybody telling me that I always had attitude and all that. I don't know. I mean, when you gotta go through something like that, people don't understand. Like, they expect you to just be happy. Like, all the time. I mean, yes, I'm happy that it's gone. Like, I'm cancer free right now. I'm happy, but I I just don't understand. I still don't understand. There's so many questions I got that's not answered. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. Yeah, and yeah, some other symptoms. My nails was dark. Like, they just got they just got better, but they was so dark. Like, it was from all the chemo that I had. I had 6 days of chemo while I was there, and that, no, them 6 days was terrible. Every night, nausea, all that dizziness. It was just too much. Even though, like, I was only in the hospital for like 30 days, it felt like 3 years. It was so many sleepless nights. I'm just sitting up staring at the ceiling. And y'all, the only thing that got me to go to sleep was listening to rain sounds. Like, I never did that before in my life. But I don't know, somebody told me about it in the hospital, and I just started doing it. And started listening to rain sounds, and I would fall right to sleep. Like, that's the only thing that calmed me down while I was in the hospital. And other stuff that kept me up, like the nurses, they would not leave you alone. They come in there like every 4 hours. Like, sometimes they come in there at 4 o'clock in the morning, like poking you and touching you. Need to take your blood pressure. Have It's just frustrating. Like, it feel like you don't have no moment of peace to yourself. Like, when you going through a bone marrow transplant, there's no privacy, none of that. You gotta, well, your whole treatment is being documented, so you gotta be watched, constantly watched. I had skin changes when I got out of the hospital. Y'all, I was so dark. I was so dark. Like, I was actually team dark skin when I got out. But my color slowly came back as I went, like, out in the sun and got out more. I think it was because I was so isolated. Like, my skin just started getting dark. But, yeah. Mm, One of the big side effects for me was, like, hair loss, really. I don't know. It didn't really hit me until afterwards. And if it did, like, I don't know, it hit me, but it didn't really hit me. You don't really know that. I don't know. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all gotta be patient. Be patient. Like, this is the. I don't know. It's when you lose your hair. Like, that's. I don't know. Some people told me like it's really not that deep, but you can't sell. You can't tell nobody it's not that deep unless you go through it. Like, let you sit there and lose your hair that you done 18 years growing it. Like, no, like, your hair is important to you. Like, people don't understand. It's just hair. It's gonna grow back. It's gonna do this. I don't care. Like, that's my hair. What you mean? Yeah, it had extreme hair loss. Like, hair loss. Like, that's it. No more hair. It was like, no, you don't need it no more. So right now my immune system is pretty much like a baby's. I have a baby's immune system. But really, like, I'm proud of myself. I dealt with it for 3 years, really. And I feel like, I don't know. I'm not going to say it made me strong, because sometimes I still feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I still feel like I'm not going to be able to go on. Everybody got them days, you know, the little days where you get angry with yourself for no reason. Like, you just shut down. Like, I try to talk to people about it. It's, no, nobody understand, really. They're not going to understand it unless they walk in your shoes with you. Like, unless they've been through the stuff that you've been through, they never going to understand. So, like, no, don't feel bad when people be like, no, well, it's not that deep, and they get mad at you for feeling some type of way. Like, they can't tell you how to feel. They can't tell you how to think about it because they ain't been through it. Like, they haven't. They always say be happy and be positive, but how can you be positive like when you got all that going on? I mean, I'm not saying that you should be negative, but, you know, you should be able to have your days when people not get mad at you for how you feel. It's just, no, it's not fair. They say I won. I won the little battle against it, but I don't always feel like I won. Like, it's them days when you wake up and you just feel like, no, like, I want to go back to sleep. Like, it's just, no, you're not always going to be happy. You're not always going to have good days. That's what people don't understand. They're not going through it, so they really not going to understand. I know I keep saying that, but still, like, that's so true. Like, people that's not going through it, they really do not understand. And you get judged so much for that. I don't know, like it's just different for everybody. For me, my appearance started to change. That's the only thing. That's the big thing that bothered me. Like, I mean, the before I did the bone marrow transplant, like nobody could tell I was sick. Like nobody, like they could, cause I was always happy and like smiling. So like when I told people, they was just like, for real, like I'm sorry and I'm sorry. I don't know. You need to talk, like, and that's the thing. I don't like people feeling bad for me. I don't want nobody to say I feel sorry for you. Like that's the worst thing to say to me. I don't need no sympathy. I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. I don't like. I just don't. And you really get frustrated because like when you gotta when I first got out the hospital, it was a slow recovery. Like when I tell you it was so slow, because I was still, even though I was at the hospital in my own bed, like I was still hooked up to stuff, like, and it was still bothering me. And to this day, I'm still taking pills. I mean, not as many, but it's still taking pills, and it get hard when you see like all these other people your age that's out here living their best life, like already got their life started and all of that, and then you just got to sit here and put everything on pause because I mean, it ain't a it's not something everybody can answer like why it happens to you, but still it makes you think. There's so many unanswered questions. Like everybody expects you to put on a happy face. I think my happy face disappeared a lot of times, but then I had to put it back on because I can't be angry at the world for something that they can't explain. Nobody really can explain it, so it's not something I can just be angry at everybody about. It ain't something that somebody did to me. People really don't understand. It's not easy being grateful for the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Like that's the worst thing that ever happened to me. Like before this, like before I found out that I had CML Leukemia, I was never sick. Like I didn't get colds, I didn't get the flu, I didn't get pneumonia, I didn't get none of that. Like I no sneezes, coughs, none of that. Like I was always straight. Like I was always healthy. Like I wasn't the child that comes to mama, I don't feel good. No, that wasn't me. I'm the one that's always happy. It's always feeling good. No issues, no hospital visits, none of that. So that day on September 4th, 2015, yeah, that changed my life. Like, why couldn't I just, sometimes I think, like, why couldn't I just get a cold? Or, like, why couldn't I, get the flu or something simple that can go away in a few weeks or so? No, I had to get stuck with this for 3 years. Like, no. And when I tell people that, they be like, well, it's over now, so it shouldn't bother you. Yes, it bothers me. It bothers me so much. Because when I look in the mirror, like, it bothers me so much. It was times where I didn't feel blessed at all. I didn't. But I do now, because I'm still here. I don't want somebody to watch this video and get mad, get in their feelings about it. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm just telling y'all, I'm getting it all off of my mind. Even if it don't make sense, it's not in order. I understand it's not in order. But I'm just getting it off my brain in the order that it's coming out. Yeah, but this video is supposed to be about the the bone marrow transplant. But I told y'all, like, I would have been more happy, like, if I could talk to somebody that been through one before I just jump right into it. So when you jump right into something, you don't expect none of that to happen. You can expect it to be that bad. But yeah, for me, it was that bad. Like, no, it's not something I would do again. I mean, I'm grateful that I got the treatment, but it's not something I would do again. Like, I just couldn't see myself volunteering to do it again. And some days I still don't feel proud. Like, I don't feel like I should. I don't want to. Like, for them 3 months, then when I first got home after them 3 months, I didn't want to leave the house really. I I stayed in my room, like stayed to myself. I didn't take no pictures, and everybody that knows me knows that I like to take pictures. In them 3 months, when I tell you I didn't take no pictures at all. I didn't post nothing in 3 months because no, how I was looking like no, I didn't like. I couldn't accept myself at the time. I could. It was just hard to like look at yourself in the mirror and not recognize the person that's in the mirror, and it's crazy. Cause now, like, if y'all see that picture, I look so different now. To me, I do. I don't know. Other people may think I still look the same, but I feel like I look different, and it's a good kind of different. Cause I look healthy again. I look like the person I was before I got sick. I didn't really just sit down and express my feelings, cause a lot of people not gonna understand, and they gonna have their opinions, and I don't have time for that. I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry, I just don't. There's so much stuff that you just can't explain. It's been so long since I felt normal. And like right now, at this point in life, I feel normal. Like, yeah, I feel like I did before I got sick. And that's good. To me, that's good. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's great, actually. But it's still some parts of my life that I feel like I need to get together. And still, like, all my life, really, ever since I got sick, I've been feeling like I've been playing this waiting game. Like, this whole time, I just been waiting. Like, it ain't been doing nothing but waiting to get better, waiting to be able to do normal things, it's just waiting. Like, I'm tired of waiting. Like, it's just too much. It's too much, really. It took me a little minute to realize that I'm human, and to realize that it's things that I can't control about myself, things that I can't fix by myself, but things that really can't nobody fix. I mean, it's just stuff that happens. But now I'm really just looking at the big picture, really, like focusing on the stuff that I can control and like the person I can become. Trying to look past everything that I've been through, really, because I know everything that happened was for a reason. I don't, to this day, we'll never know the reason, but I mean, everything happened for a reason. I don't know. I used to be so self-conscious. Like, me leaving the house, I used to hate it. And, like, I used to be a girly girl. So, like, dressing up, that was me. When I got out the hospital, no, I wore my bonnets everywhere. Like, I didn't try to dress up to look cute for nobody. Like, I was just, all the time I really left the house was go to doctor's appointments. Because I wasn't feeling it at all. Everybody around me like, why don't you dress up and do something? Because y'all don't understand. I don't know, it's just not the same no more. Like, when you don't feel like yourself, you're not just gonna do the stuff that your old self will do. But right now, I'm the happiest, self-confident version of myself. I feel like, even though I still have my days, I still have my ups and downs, but I mean, I feel like I'm doing better. I feel like I'm doing a lot better, really. I had so much bottled up in my mind, like, I don't know, just so much anger. And still, to this day, people don't understand, but, you know, it's fine. It's not something I'm going to hold against everybody because they don't understand. Because, again, they're not going through it. So, share your thoughts in the comments below. You know, some advice. Anything. Because your girl needed it. I fell in love with her, now I'm overdosing.